Hey everybody, this here's Big Will, and normally I would be on Stay Puff's stream chatting with the comic book community, but probably not going to be doing that stream today because he is on the hunt at a shop right now, or he might be heading home. I forget which one he told me. So I thought, well, shoot, I'm used to doing something at this time on Saturday, so I'll just fire up the old computer and do something my own self. So what are we going to do? Well, first off, it's still, early in the day. So the reason I'm extra white is because I don't have curtains yet for this giant window right here. So that's why I'm a little whiter than usual, and I suppose the light gray shirt didn't help. But anyway, this is going to be just me doing whatever. And if anyone is interested and wants to join in, I'll be putting the link in the chat too. I'm used to talking with a few different people on Saturday. And anyway, we'll get started here. We got Captain Comics in. Hey, what's going on, Captain? How are you doing? And there is the link in case anyone wants to hop in. But what I thought I'd do is I've been rearranging the room here with all the different long boxes and everything, and figuring out what place to put some things. Of course, I need to get another table or two to have everything be off the floor. But so right now, my main thing that I'm going to be trying to do is I pulled out all the books that have some kind of value or that might have some kind of value, and I've set them aside, and I need to go through them and see, do they or do they not have any special kind of value? Because all this stuff in most of these is going to be dollar books, but I have one long box over here set aside to fill up with things that are not dollar books. Now, what do I mean by that? Am I going to take all the $2 and $3 books and put them in something else? No. To me, if I can maybe sell it for $10, $20 or more, then that book is worthy of being separated. If it can't be sold for $10, $20 or more, then I'll just leave it in the dollar boxes, and I'll either sell it for $1, give someone a deal, or I'll just know, okay, well, that one needs to be $3 or charge $5 for it. And that's how I'll do that. So what I've done is I pulled out a bunch of books, and I need to see, am I doing something special with them? Am I going to grade any of them? Or do I just put them in the box over here, or put them in one of the long boxes for the dollar stuff? So that's what I got to find out. So I thought I would be on Stay Puff's stream, and on his, he is trying to complete the Static run and some of the other milestone books. And in this collection, I found some milestone books, and I want to know if he needs any of these. First thing I found was I have Blood Syndicate issue 2, issue 3. That one looks nasty. I like it. And Blood Syndicate issue number 4. So to me, these are like dollar books, but I mean, if someone I know needs them or wants them, then they may not be dollar books. But at least even if they are dollar books, I know they're going to get sold. So the other few books that I had are some Static Shock books, or actually, the title is actually just Static. And I haven't even looked to see what numbers I have here. Okay, this is, I got issue number 30. Issue number 42. Issue, 43. And let's see. This one is, okay, this one's 31. Reflection cover, kind of, sort of. And let's see, we have issue 38. And the final book that I have of Static is the one right after, actually, 39. So those are my Static books. So that so far, mind you, that's all the milestone books I have found. But I still have like another four, I think, long boxes to go through. So I may find some more milestone. Who knows? Be cool if I found like number one of any of them, really, but especially Static. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. I think I pulled this one out because it goes with a bunch of others that I have. There's a lot of annuals that I have in one of these boxes of X Factor, and this one's out of place, but it's annual number 6. I pulled it out. So I know it's not really worth anything, but I would like to keep all my annuals of that series together. That way, if I wanted to sell it or something, I could do like a lot, just one big lot, and get them all gone at once instead of piecemealing them out $1 at a time or so. Figured that'd be a better way. And again, if anyone's interested, the StreamYard link is in the chat if anyone cares to join. Let me see it here. I'll see if any of the guys that I'm normally on with on Stay Puft might be interested here too. Let's see. And yeah, all right, that's a few people. If anyone is bored and free, I'm live in lieu of the chatting with the comic book community stream. All right. Well, that will work. Someone will either come or they won't. But now let's get back to these other books that I have here that I found. Now this one, this ain't no $20 book, but it's in really nice shape. I mean, really nice shape. It's Batman 500. I like this cover. Now, because it's an anniversary issue, I'm thinking I might want to see if I'm on the fence of is this slab worthy? I mean, being Batman, being, a big number like 500, something kind of special. I'm thinking, maybe it's worth slabbing. I mean, it may not be, but I mean, who knows, right? So I know there's only 2 of you at the moment in the chat, but if you have an opinion on should this be kept out or if it should be slabbed, what would you do? Because I'm thinking high grade 9.6 probably would be the best it could get. I don't think they'd give it a 9.8 though. Cool book though, nonetheless. And let's see here. Then we have the still in its poly bag, the Ren and Stimpy Show #1 with that air fowler. So I think for a hot second this book had gone up in value, but I don't even know if it'd actually be worth it. Did Did you fund any Mart Jewelers? Find. I did neither. Yet. I'm still on the lookout. If I see one, I'll definitely notate that. But yeah, I don't know if this one's worth enough to. I should probably just put this back, you reckon, in the long boxes here and just sell it for like a couple bucks instead of one because it's still in the poly bag. You know, it's a gag book, really, or to me it is. I don't think that one's worth no whole lot. And of course, this one right here is actually already bought. This is bought by JB Discovery Bay. I'm just waiting to see what else I can throw in because it'd be kind of bad to, have him send me $5 or whatever and just ship this one book. But the reason why is it's got a small amount of damage, like a small hole here. So it'd probably be like a 9.6 tops. So that's why I'm not keeping it, else I would. Because, Strange Academy is a great read if you haven't read it. And it's also a great potential for, spec, because there are 11 first appearances in this book. So that's a good one right there. I should keep it separate. Hey, next thing I have. Now, you don't have to say anything on this one. I do know that they're not worth a lot of money, but I'm thinking, should I do anything special with them? I have X-Men #1. And if you have that one, you need that one. And if you have that one, there's this one. And of course, with that one, you also want to have this one. And then I, of course, have to have this one as well. So the question is, should I put them all together or do something special? Or should I grade them? Because these are all high grade copies. Possible 9.8 on, well, all of them. All of them really have a possibility for 9.8. But they're really not worth that much. So would it be better to keep them all and then frame them? Because I know they're connecting covers. I don't know. I'd be happy to hear someone else's opinion on the matter. Now we're getting into the other books. I have a whole short box set aside of these. All right. Okay. These I know aren't anything really special. But man, the covers are really cool. And hey, wow, we just had a huge bunch of people. Ren and Stimpy is a scratch off. Yes, it is. That's why I got it. John's here. Yeah, no, he's hunting comic books right now. So I thought I'd just start a stream myself. Yeah, I thought about that too. You think that's a good idea then? Well, of course you do. You suggested it. But so let's see. By the way, if anyone is interested, there is the link if you're bored. So anyway, these two books, like I was saying, I know they're not worth much of anything and there's nothing key about them, but these covers just look amazing. Check this out. This is Batman 493. That's just wicked cool, man. And then we have Batman 662. That's just nasty. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That looks cool to me. So I just got these threw in when I bought all these books. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they're really cool looking. I don't know if I would be willing to buy original art possibly for these two covers, but I probably won't be able to because it would be way, way expensive. And then I don't know if I showed this one or not, but this 664, I pulled it out too. But probably, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with it or not. I mean, it's not really valuable. And I see a little bit of damage here. Oh, well, never mind then. But now we get to go into the short box. Let's see, what am I going to pull out? I honestly have no idea. Oh, that's cool. So I just pulled out some Shadow of the Bat. Issue number 2 has a first appearance. So I might get this one and the number 1 slabbed. Don't know for sure yet. And here's the issue 3 to that. I know issue 4 is somewhere and issue 1 is somewhere in there too. I just got a message. Okay. And then I got books that I just bought to read right here. So let's find out what else I got in this box. Okay, that's just Batman that I'm reading. So that means this is, yeah, that's just my Batman. I read 3 titles. I read Batman, Wolverine, and Strange Academy. What's going on, Rob?
Not much. I figured since you're putting away books and organizing, I should probably do the same thing. So since I have a roaming camera, here we go.
All right.
Let's be responsible comic book people together.
Yes. Worst case scenario, we faked it well.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why I have a casting couch, but behind it.
Yeah. I have this series, but I've never actually sat down and read it. I need to get me a trade paperback of Marvels.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah, I got the original ones from the 90s with the acetate cover. That's that set. And behind it is the Kingdom Come 4-issue series.
Well, I'm over here. Might as well actually see what's going on in the chat.
Yeah.
Hey, John. Yeah, people actually buy comics to read. Go figure, right?
Yeah.
So since I have a couch here, now I'm finally getting the opportunity to put this crap away.
Well, I don't know if you heard me at the beginning or not, but I'm sitting beside this giant window, and since it's still, early afternoon, that's why I'm extra white. If you're talking to me, you're muted.
I just fixed the audio because I moved this and it pulled out my audio, of course.
Now this book right here, I have had this book since it came out in 2001. I've had this thing almost 20 years. I want to get it signed, but it'll probably never happen, but I keep it in the collection just in case. The Rock #1.
Just in case he ever decides to visit town, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could happen.
It very well could.
Oh, let's see. Oh, here's all my Alex Ross timeless variants. These, I know what I'm going to do with them. I'm going to get the little frames for each individual one. And on the other, if I were to turn this camera around, you'd see the wall that I'll be using as my backdrop for most videos. And I'm going to have all of these timeless variants framed up on the wall. I think that'd look really cool.
Oh, yeah. But how many of them are there going to be eventually?
I think there's supposed to be 32.
That's going to take up your entire wall.
Well, not the entire
wall. A lot of planning.
It'll be okay.
Or it could just be one of those you just eventually switch them out over time.
Well, no, I can fit all of them on there. So I'm just going to have a whole wall of timeless variants. I might have to move the giant framed poster that I have of his Batman Harley Quinn #1 art. But that's okay, because it's still Alex Ross. I'll be okay with it.
Uh-oh, I'm hearing the dog barking. And if I'm correct, I have something horny coming in the mail.
Ooh.
And if I'm warned, I'll open it live.
I won an auction and wound up with a spare Storm cover for the timeless variant.
Shit.
So
I got one of the Storm variants. Unfortunately, somehow it's damaged.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
I had to wait on
check the mail
to get replaced. Yeah, but if anyone is interested, I do have a spare Alex Ross timeless variant of Storm. The only downside is there's some dirt or color rub right there. You might be able to see that. Other than that, it looks good. So I'll actually set that over here. So, and then I also won this. It is, so who is it by? It is Walking Dead 41, signed by Robert Kirkman. So, if anyone's interested, every book I show you except for one has a price. If it's in my PC, it's going to be an outrageous price. But every book you see, it's probably got a price on it, and I'll probably sell it to you, just so you know. But anyway, Walking Dead, signed by Kirkman. All right, you got a deal, John. Well, the best way I can explain it, Carlito, is does that answer your question? Okay, now where was I? Oh yeah, more books. Okay, so this I know is going to get this is going to get slabbed at some point. I have 2 copies here of the 4th printing of Strange Academy #1. So those will, I don't know where I'm going to put those. Okay, then this is an interesting book I got for reasons just because I saw it in a video. But this is Marvel Team Up issue 74 with Spider-Man versus the Not Ready for Primetime Players. It's an interesting book. John Belushi with Spider-Man.
That's worth getting.
Yeah. I saw Reggie do a video where he was interviewing Claremont, and he happened to be signing this book and told a little history about it. I'm like, that's pretty cool, so I went out and got one.
Well, from what I heard, Jim Belushi, or the one that died from SNL, that
Yeah.
way back in the day that Stan the Man, and he liked to publicize, so he'd try and go and party with the people from SNL. Belushi, being the fan that he was of comics, he wound up having all the artwork of a Hulk 181, and it went up in a house fire, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Ah,
No more Herb Trimp art.
well, that kind of sucks.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see here. All right. So now I'm getting into a bunch of X Factor. Or, well, actually, no. I won't be getting into a bunch of X Factor, but I got a short box, and I don't think the dude knew what was in there because it was nothing but X Factor books and a lot of the keys. Now, when I say keys being an X Factor, it's nothing of extreme value, but
Early 20s,
yeah.
mid-teens, late teens, the Archangel issues.
5 and 6 is the big one, or 5. It's either 4 and 5 or 5 and 6. Apocalypse, that's the biggest key in X Factor. But this is issue 88, first appearance of Random. So I got that put back. All right, let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, now I'm getting into the books that I need to set aside into these have a greater price box. Let's see. Pretty nice looking copy of Eternals #1. That's a good one. So I should start putting those in here. And I'll do the Marvel team up one in there too. Now, because I bought Eternals 1, I also got a variant of the giant size X-Men Storm, which is not giant size. But this variant cover looks hot as fire, man.
The only thing giant size about that Storm was the price tag.
Yeah. But this cover is pretty nice. So I think this probably 9/8 candidate right there. So I might be slabbing that sucker. And then I also got this in that deal. The X-Men #46. They're fighting the Juggernaut.
Nice.
So it's actually a really nice condition for being, Silver Age, mind you. So now I'm actually am into the X Factor books. So let's see. We have issue 71. It's the first new team. Right there. And we have 96 as the first appearance of Haven, and it is a newsstand. So I'm liking that. Let's see, what else am I going to pull out?
Godspeed, Carlito.
Didn't see you come in. I don't think I highlighted you, Carlito. Oh, he's getting a webcam. Nice.
Oh, way to go. Good man.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm in the 20s with the X Factor. Let's see. This is. Let me pull it up here. All right, 25. This is the third appearance of Angel as the Horseman of Death. X Factor 25. Apocalypse on the cover. All right, and then I have the issue right after 26 where everyone gets the new costume design. And then let's see, issue 38, Origin and Death of the Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor, Angel becomes Archangel. He's named by Beast. This is X Factor 38. And I have, there's 2 copies of that. One is direct, and the other is also direct. And then we have, let's see here, X Factor 7. This is first appearance of Bulk, first appearance of Glowworm, first appearance of Trish Tilby, and first appearance of Skids. That's an unfortunate name. So that's issue 7. And this is just a nice book to have. Issue 10. It's got the 25th anniversary border newsstand. And then we have the second cover appearance of Apocalypse and the first team cover of Horsemen of Apocalypse. This is issue 19.
Oh, yeah. Suicide Squad.
And then I'm back to 25. So that's all of those. Need to make me a spot here for all the X Factor. All right, now we have
yeah, I can put it in the other box.
issue 21. Cameo appearance of Angel as Death. It's issue 21. And then the issue right after, 22, is just the second cameo is how it's listed. So in other words, no real value probably. And then there's issue 23, the first full appearance of Angel as the Horseman and the first full team appearance of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, issue 23 of X Factor. And then there's another copy of 25, another copy of 26, and okay, this one's new. Oh, and never mind. See, issue 34. What is issue 34? First full appearance of Nanny and death of Cameron Hodge. That is issue 34.
Whoever thought Nanny would be appearing in books like 20, 30 years odd later?
Man, I don't think half the X-Men that we saw back in the day we thought we'd ever see again. And here it is, Hickman bringing them back.
Okay, Gold Balls, okay, but
yeah.
Nanny and Orphan Maker, dear God, man.
Origin of Cyclops, X Factor 35. All right, so now I have issue. Okay, this one is not an issue that's listed in the app, but I think it's something special. It's X Factor 37.
What's with that?
Well, X Factor 38 is the origin and death of the Goblin Queen, aka Madeline Pryor. And I don't know. I like the cover, and I knew it had something to do with the Goblin Queen. And I'd like to have all of those books for a reason that I don't know. But it's not listed. So. But anyway, that's 37.
Just last week when I was at that garage sale that I dipped out on from Sean's show to go pick stuff up for, this was in there. There's nothing really that happens in it, but it was just in really nice condition, and he was selling things for like super cheap. I mean, I think maybe $5. He was just going like 5. If I knew better, he had a bunch of Avengers during the Defenders War I wanted.
Yeah. And here's a third copy of 38. And then I got issue 54 here. Let's see what's special about 54. First appearance of Crimson is 54. There you go. First Crimson. Okay, now we got, that's a pretty cool looking cover. This is issue 68. That one is, okay, cameo appearance of Cable as a baby. Okay. 68. And then we're back to 21, 22.
The fuck? Is it me or does Nightwing look like he's got a bit of a man bun going on there?
That looks a lot like a man bun.
Yoinks.
Yeah. Okay. All right, here's another copy of 71. Versus new team. All right, we got 75, first team appearance of the Nasty Boys. Slap, Ramrod, Hairbag, and Madross. Issue 75. Okay, next up, issue 85. Executioner's Song Part 6. It was polybagged with a trading card. This one, it may or may not still have the trading card, but it is no longer polybagged, so it's just a part of Executioner's Song. Okay, this one is maybe special, maybe not. It's X Factor 92. First appearance of Exodus, an Omega level mutant, but some people say this is a damaged holofoil, and then other people and in certain books they list this as an error, blue holofoil. So obviously I'm going to list it as an error because that probably would up the price.
Yeah, I'd rather comment on that as being an error as well.
Yeah.
But if you're the one buying it, you're going to go, that's damaged. I want the lower price now, please.
Yeah. Okay, and here's that number one I was mentioning that I might be sending in of Shadow of the Bat, this first Victor Zsasz.
Is it really worth sending in what amounts to $1 book in the long run?
Well, no, I just think it's kind of cool to have the Shadow of the Bat number one. But no, I wouldn't actually slab it unless the value was enough that it made it worth it, and I also thought I could wait the time in between.
So you think that it'll actually clear $12 on the Key Collector app?
I'd be honest.
I think it's at 8 or 9.
Go back down. I mean, in all honesty, but hey, I'm going to keep my eye on it just in case, because you never know.
It's a good issue, and yeah, it has Zsasz in it. It's just they printed so many of them.
Well, yeah. How you feel about this issue then? This is the cameo of King Shark, Superboy Zero.
I feel nothing about that because he's not on the cover. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have neither 0 or 9, but between the two, I actually want a 9. After watching the Harley Quinn series, which was a lot of fun, and seeing how King Shark might be portrayed, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, I like him. I've often thought about getting 9, but I didn't see 9 in this collection, but it did have 0. And want to know what's funny? Is I found the 0. I don't use Mylar. This is in Mylar. And I didn't find this in Mylar. I found this in Mylar in a top loader. Superboy Zero of all books.
I would find that in many places unbagged.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hilarious to me.
These books were crap they're 90s books, and all of a sudden now, because kids just don't know any better, they never lived through the time, they just go, oh well, it has something cool on the cover, it must be worth something. Like, bitch, no, it was like 50 cents forever. I couldn't give you money for it.
Yeah, I found a rare spawn. Sorry, my southernness gets in the way sometimes. Variant, and it was just randomly thrown in, but yet Superboy Zero, Mylar, fullback, and top loader.
It's like a Spawn. Spawn's garbage, but the Superboy, we can't let that go.
Yeah, and then this is a fairly high grade copy. I don't think it's worth anything, but if I can get the whole set, it's worth it to try and sell it. Web of Spider-Man 90.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
the nicer the condition, yeah, I can see those shinies maintaining, because back then they printed a crap ton of them, and when they shipped out, they compressed the hell out of them. The spines were a little bit nicked, sometimes more than a little bit, and they just didn't survive very well over time. And then now 20, 30 years later, yeah, nice condition, I can see fetching 20 or 30 bucks.
Yeah, well, that's 9.6 for sure, possibly 9.8. This one, I mean, it's a thicker book, so they would probably count these as bindery issues, so that it would probably be a 9.8. This is Spectacular 189, the blue one. And then I managed to find in this collection 2 copies, and I'm talking like 9.8 guaranteed, 2 copies of Spider-Man 26, the green one.
Nice. And the big thing that really determines 9698 is the luminosity of those covers, because if it's been in any kind of light over time, it just washes out even the reflectiveness of it.
Yeah, but what's kind of funny is I have all but the expensive one, the one that everyone wants, the black one. And I don't know if this is worth it, but I paid less than $1 for it, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll take it. Batman 457, that Scarecrow.
Anytime I see that cover, I'm just looking for the little details. All new Robin issue, the little indicia on the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Just so I can get that $2,000 book of something that at one time was like $1 book. Let's throw it away.
Something tells me this is not a $2,000 book.
The one I'm talking about is a $2,000 book.
Yeah, and I know they also had like a second print or something where all this coming off the window is like in silver.
Yeah, I don't know what version that is, but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and someone said hello. Oh, who that might jump on after he gets his flu shot. Now, this one is a cool find. Unless I'm missing something looking at it right here, it's probably going to be a 9.8. Batman and Robin Adventures #1.
Yeah.
You would not believe how good a deal I have been finding on these Adventures cartoon comics, and they sell pretty well.
Especially now that they have a new retro series coming back out that you have that issue with, what is it, Sunrise, daughter of Deathstroke. And now because of that, hey, you have a reinvigorated interest in Batman Adventures.
Yep. So do you have, what's your knowledge on with Spawn?
Very superficial, and that's mostly because I know it's one of those series that looks pretty to look at the covers, but I know dick all about what's going on in the interiors.
Yeah, same here, but I need to look up. Let me find it here on the app and see if I got any. I know 1 or 2 of these is something special.
Yeah,
But,
it's like the big ones that you're trying to look for is like 175, 176, all the homage covers, any sketch covers, the Miracle Man covers, or any Miracle Man issues
Yeah.
where they're trying to
and
integrate
and the like
component,
and the 30 or 40 issues that are super low printed.
which is pretty much anything from late hundreds to like
250,
240,
260, somewhere in there.
250s, yeah, pretty much all the way up till now.
Okay, so this one isn't listed as a special one, but man, this cover is great and the condition is awesome. This is Spawn 267.
Yeah, it's like a $10, $12 copy.
Yeah.
There's certain ones that if it's a second print, now you're talking a whole lot more. Because COVID, go figure.
Oh, I should have thought this through when I put the chair here. Okay, so now we got, let's see. Okay, this one isn't listed as a special one, but again, cool cover, great condition, 269. All right. And then, okay, I need to skip that one, skip that one, skip that one. They're not spawned. So, okay, here we have two. Okay, this is one that's listed that as a wraparound cover by Ashley Wood, and only 15,517 copies ordered. So apparently it's one of the lower printed ones. This is 271. Again, they're all going to be high grade. Okay, next up we have, this one is also listed. It's listed as pretty nice. 15,778 ordered. It's low print run. 270. So that one's pretty good. Now we have, this one is also listed here. Team up of Spawn and Savage Dragon and Ant. A lot of people forget about Ant. That's an interesting character. I don't even think she was created at Image, but she was brought over.
I think that was created by Archicana, and that was...
Yeah.
You got a lot of J. Scott Campbell covers.
Yeah. They were all, I don't know how good the story was, but the covers were very nice.
Yes, they were. I know nothing about the interiors.
Neither do I. But that's 266, and this is, okay, this is another one that's listed as being fairly rare. But here's the thing. The one listed here on the app is cover by Eric Larson, and it's in cover, or excuse, it's in color. And it's going for a high of $20. But that's not the one I have. The one I have is the sketch cover. So I'm assuming that means more than the high end on the other one. I mean, that's what you would assume.
I'm pretty sure if you threw that up at Torpedo, you'd start seeing like, okay, we're just going to start this off at $1. Like 5, 10, 50, 80, 230. Wait, what's going on here?
Well, I plan on doing that at some point, auctioning those things off. Okay, now we're back to the Batman. Dixon and Dugan, or whatever his name is, are now going to be at CGC for a private signing. Would you think this book, because it's in nice condition, I don't know how nice exactly, would it be worthy of getting a signature? It's Batman 497.
Who's it going to be signed by? Dixon or?
Well, if both of them worked on it, and I would try and do both.
Oh, yeah, try and get it in that little white insignia there. The little white bat insignia on the cover on the black area.
I don't know if they would do. Does anyone know if CGC keeps this flap on or if they take it off? I don't know if they do or not.
Take it off. I think that they would leave it intact.
I'll have to look into that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. That'd be great for signatures to have them do it on the flap.
Yeah.
Like the bat symbol or something.
I mean, especially if you could get them to do it like in the black area, and they're using like a silver pen or something.
One guy could sign in like black or red in the white, and then the other guy could sign there above the breaking in silver.
Yeah, make it all artistic like.
Yeah, I can try at least. So I have to look into that, see if that'd be a good idea. Hey, we got Big Remo in the house. What's going on, man?
Oh.
All right, now I got 2 copies of this because I saw someone show it on some show on YouTube, and I paid less than $1. So I mean, I didn't break the bank, but I have 2 copies, both of them fairly nice condition, of Action Comics 662.
The Revelation.
Yeah, the first.
Actually, Clark Kent. No, actually, I knew that when you first introduced me. I thought it was funny. I just kept up the pretest. I couldn't.
Now this next find, if I can get to it. Like I said, I really should have thought this through about leaning over here and grabbing stuff. Okay, but anyway, this next find is really interesting because it was sort of an accident. You know how everyone for a while was, and somewhat still are, going crazy for the DC logo, DC Universe logos?
Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. Well, here is the Final Night miniseries from the Green Lantern, where he turned into Parallax. Number 1, DC Universe. And then I got number 1, number 2. The end is here. And we also got number 3, 4, and I think it ended at 4. And they're all DC Universe logos. So I don't know if this is any value as far as the series goes, but I do know.
They're about $10-12 each. I have 2 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a great deal for me.
Hell yeah. I got mine from
Lady Fantastic. Thank you for that news.
Yeah, Lady Fantastic sent it to me. She was pulling them for like 50 cents. I'm like, don't mind if I do. I am trying to put a bunch of them together because they're just hard to find.
Yeah. And then I also got, again, by accident, the Final Night Parallax Emerald Knight, number 1, the 1996 special DC Universe logo. So I thought that was cool. And then the coolest one wasn't this one. The coolest one was this next one here. That is, again, DC Universe logo. It's the Green Lantern number 81, the fancy embossed cover thing. With the power symbol and all. This was the coolest one. Don't know about value on it. I'll have to look it up later, but it was nice to find it, though. And we got Yessie Lou in the house.
Hey, Yessie Lou. Hey, everybody, go sub up Yessie Lou. She just, maybe I shouldn't presume, but I believe she just started up on Twitter.
It's a he.
He, damn it, I apologize.
That's all right. He probably gets it a lot. We just immediately think Yessie Lou as in like Luann or something.
I hear Yessie, and I'm thinking, I don't know, like Southern Bells. I don't know.
So this copy is a newsstand. I don't know if that makes it super rare or not. But ever since I found out the story behind this cover, I've wanted to have it, and I finally do in fairly high grade. This is Doctor Strange 15. That I think her name's Amy Grant. Yeah. So I got that. And then this one I found in the collection. The only reason I have it is because of the cover. It's a Pieta cover, and it's an homage to Crisis. It's a Superman Man of Steel number 10. And I don't know who she's holding there. That's some kind of alien looking fella. It's not Bibbo, so I don't know who that is that she's crying over, but Big Remo says your room looks better than his LCS.
Well, I try and make sure I put things away at least once a month. And hey, guess what? It's once a month now.
Ah. Now this is an interesting story right here. I'm gonna break out the visual aids on this one because I was a little worried. Turns out I'm good to go. But I had bought, you know, that Batman and Robin Adventures number 1 that I showed you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I managed to get another one a while back, and it was signed by Paul Dini.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, not really, because I didn't know if it was a legit signature. Because, you know, it didn't have a COA or anything. It was just
take a look online for comparisons, or just if you're really desperate to find out, send it to CBCS.
Well, because it was a number 1, and I know these things have been selling good. That's exactly what I did. I sent it to CBCS. I didn't press it or clean it or anything. I just sent it, get verified and graded. And there we are. 9.4.
Let's see.
And it is a yellow label.
Hell yeah.
It is verified. Now, the cool thing about that is that means that this collection that had this book in it, the dude actually went and saw Paul Dini and got his stuff signed. So that means that the rest of these are good to go. Here's what else I got. This is the Holiday Special Batman Adventures number 1, signed by Paul Dini.
Oh, sweet.
He signed in his glasses. This is the Batman Adventures Annual number 1, signed by Paul Dini.
Man.
And then I also managed to get Batman and Robin Adventures number 1 Annual, signed by Paul Dini. And they all came from the same collection, so I now know, thanks to that one, all these are legitimate signatures.
That is a hell of a get.
Well, the nicest thing is, aside from a little waviness due to some, moisture, which can easily be pressed out, every single one of these should come back a 9.6 worst case scenario. They'll probably come back 9.8. So I can't wait to the point where I can send these off to Erod, get them pressed and cleaned, and then have him send them to CBCS and get them slabbed and authenticated. So that's going to be a good day when it comes.
Well, especially if you're trying to sell them and buy something a little more high priced from your collection.
Hey, all these books you see, there's only 4 that are in my PC. Everything else is bought to sell. And this was technically bought, but I bought these 3 issues with my eBay bucks, so they were 100% free in a way. Forbidden Worlds number 133. It's a Silver Age. And then I got Forbidden Worlds 134. And then Forbidden Worlds 135. So I thought that was pretty good get. And now the rest. So the rest of the stuff that I have here pulled out to look through is Superman Action Comics 687. And that's because this is a minor key. It's the first appearance of the regeneration thing. I pulled it out. And keep in mind, I didn't pay, $10, $12 for any of this stuff, and I don't plan to sell it for that either. So I know I'm not crazy is what I'm saying. Well, I am, but not in that way.
We're all crazy. We're comic collectors.
Great artist and make killer biscuit and gravy. Okay. I also somehow come across another copy of X-Men 1, the Storm and Beast cover on that. So I have an extra there. And this was interesting. This is, every one of these is a newsstand, but it's the Sabretooth mini-series. Oh, crap. I just dropped that on the floor.
No!
Anyway, that was number 4. It should still be fine. Here's issue number 3, which let me go bigger because this is some cool art by Texera. There we go. So this is issue number 3. Right there. Amazing. Issue number 2. And then the one everyone's familiar with, the issue. This is the most damaged issue. Well, let me look at the number 4 after a while. But as of right now, the most damaged issue is this number 1. But I'm thinking, Texera is at CGC. I wonder, since I have the whole set and their newsstands, you think it'd be worth it to get him to sign these?
Why not?
Yeah.
Or at least one where, it could fit artistically.
Yeah. Then I also picked up, I think I got 2 copies of this. They're both fairly high grade. Batman 500, what do you call it? The die cut or whatever, where it unfolds and it's shiny. I forget what you call that. And here's the other copy. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I have the variant. I did show another Batman 500, I'm pretty sure. So that must be the variant of this, or this might be the variant of that. Huh, interesting.
I'm going to have to get some photographs of some of the things here because things have been blowing up this week.
Oh, let me highlight you. What we got?
We got Buzzkill number 1. I have the whole series. This is pretty much my favorite series by Donny Cates. So I'm going to want to get a picture of that to post on Instagram.
All right. Oh, Gatefold. Thank you, Big Remo. Yeah, the Gatefold cover.
Yes.
And then here is another. I found another issue of the Spawn books that I thought I was missing one. This one is issue 265, and it is not listed in the app. They have the gold edition blank variant for a higher 150, the red edition blank sketch cover for 40, and then they have the my phone's not working.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, then the other one's worth some money too, but they don't have this listed. This is the sketch variant of 265. with Spawn and Ant and some kind of spider villain. Looks like a cross between Tarantula and Doomsday. So let me move all this and put this needs to get put with the other Spawn. So there's some money there, hopefully. And then I also got 2 copies of Spider-Man 2099 #1, fairly high grade, I would say. Probably 9.6s though. There's a 1, and then the other one, the other one 2099. So that's all of that. I will put that here. Let me see if I can grab this book. Well, this will be a test for my chair. How far can I bend over in it? Pretty good, actually. All right.
Oh, wow. I didn't place any of those in the front.
All right, so there's no damage at all on this #4 of the Sabretooth Mini. So that's good. And I was going to show the cover. Here's the cover of it. Pretty gnarly looking. I like it.
If there was, that's what absorbing's for.
So yeah, I'm thinking if Texera, I might get him to sign this whole set, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that and do the math, and yeah.
And if I was going to get Texera to sign anything, I'd try and get him to do some of those old Ghost Riders from the 90s.
Oh, those? Yeah. I don't know. They don't appeal to me as much.
Yeah, to each their own. I'm just a fan of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like I'm a weird fan of something I can't show you like almost any cover to, but hey, I'm a fan of Tim Vigil.
Yeah.
And Faust, and I just wound up finishing my Faust run, but I can't show more than like 2 covers.
So you get a little risque.
Because I remember the episode that we did on our show for FMK, and we were yanked down when Miracle Man went, well, I had this cover from Boundless, and hey, we're not live anymore. What happened?
Oh, Boundless covers. Yeah, they'll mess you up, man.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like right now, I have 2 of these. One of these is signed.
I couldn't make it out. I guess that's a good thing.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
This one's signed. This one's not. Unfortunately, this one has some weird streaking up in the corner.
Well, we got Luis Ramirez. What's going on, my man?
Actually,
I just found out some bad news about my Spawn 269 here.
What?
It's got some kind of damage at the top, like water of some sort. I don't think I can. Can I show you? Yeah, I think you can see it. Yeah.
Make yourself big.
Oh yeah, good idea. So yeah, not the best, but at least it's on the 269 and not the others that are supposed to be the valuable ones. So that's a good thing. I'll just have the Spawn 269 as a giveaway book, I guess. Just make someone happy. They got cool Spawn to read. Where am I now? What am I doing? I am now missing books.
Oh no!
I probably put them over here and forgot what I did with them. So let me just go back through everything. So I think I'm going to hold off on these 30th anniversary Spider-Man books. I'm going to just wait for a black one and then sell them as a set. And I have this extra 26. I'll just put it up at an auction for cheap. But yeah, I'll hold on to the other 3. I'll get that black one at some point. All right. So does anyone care about the Superboy Zero at the moment still, or did that already pass?
I think people will still probably pay about $10-12 for it, especially when you have the new, movies, series, whatever the hell it was. Chances are, if King Shark's big, he'll probably be in that Peacemaker TV series. So he'll be in Suicide Squad. He's going to be in season 3 of Harley Quinn. So no matter what, there's still going to be spikes here and there with King Shark. So yeah, it's still going to be something that you could get some money out of.
Well, according to this, it's a high of $3.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I don't ever trust. I'm on Key Collector, in case anyone's wondering.
You can't go back to Collector.
I don't trust their prices. So
Go to Go Collect.
Well, no, it's a raw book, so I'm on eBay right now.
Oh yeah, that'll work better.
Yeah. So sold items. Okay, $5 plus 5 shipping. Those are all lots. That's okay. $5, $13 for a lot of 3 copies. $20 for a lot of 2, but one of them was a newsstand. $5. All right, so $2 would be an excellent price on this then. Because I mean, it's not like it's a 9.8. So all right, $2. That'll be what that price is then. I'll even come in Mylar for who knows why.
24.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm keeping these Marvels and the Kingdom Come series. I mean, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Alex Ross, but shoot, I'd just rather buy the trade and, not have to fool with it anymore.
Okay, well, now I have 2. I thought I was missing, the last Boys book, and as it turns out, I already had it, but on a positive, it's a cover I didn't have.
Oh, the Boys?
Yeah, both of them were issue 27. I just thought I was missing a 27 for some reason.
Huh. Well, I think I might put up my Marvels and Kingdom Come for sale. And just buy a trade of Marvels. I already have a trade of the Kingdom Come.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. There's my Kingdom Come. Although, I find it kind of funny that the Kingdom Come is like, this is issue 1, but it's actually book 1 because it's a freaking, square down trade looking thing almost. I think almost all those early Elseworlds were like that. Okay, now here's a 90s Texera, the Wolverine 61, which I admit that does look pretty cool.
Oh, that was something weird. So, a good indicator to try and find out if a book might wind up eventually going up in price, just by taking a look at some of the things that I post on Instagram. A Wolverine number 8, I wind up having like 94 likes, but I post the issue 17, I think it is, or 27. It's the red cover with John Byrne where he's coming right out at you.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like almost 200 likes, but it's like a $5 book. Meanwhile, the issue 8 with the Mr. Fix-It Hulk with Wolverine on the cover, that one goes for $50. One got so much fewer likes and is a $50 book. The other one's like a $5, $10 book. Give it enough time. A lot of people are going to be judging by covers over time.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually got that very issue you're talking about of the John Byrne cover at CBCS right now. It's getting graded.
It's a great cover. I just didn't expect to get so many likes from that. I pulled it and it's like, well, I know it's not an expensive book, and it was just in such high grade. I'm like, well, I'll snap a picture of it, put it up there. I know it's not a key or anything, and holy shit, everyone's loving this. What the hell? It's a nothing book. I put up books that are like $200, $500. You get 80 likes. You put up a book that's like $3, $5, and it blows up. That shows you, give it enough time, people will want that.
Yep. That's a pretty decent indicator. Like, here's the book right here that got rejected by CGC, and I don't know why. Looked like a 9/8 to
Can you
me.
explain what that means? Because I've heard that a couple times, and I felt a little sheepish asking about it. I don't understand that. What does it mean?
Well, it means someone's put in for a pre-screen where it has to get a certain grade, else they don't grade it. It saves you money on having a book graded a grade. Costs money to grade it, but yet you can't sell it in that grade because no one wants that lower grade. So it's a way to save money. And if your book gets rejected, in other words, they don't think it's a 9/8, you get charged $5 and they send it back.
So if you send something in and it gets rejected, what's the cost on that?
$5
between shipping and everything. $5?
Yeah, they charge you $5 for a rejected book, and the shipping is charged when you do the order. So they ship it all together, so it's the same shipping. But anyway, this is Wolverine number 7, the book before the Mr. Fix-It. And they barcode it. That's why that sticker's on there. But here's the thing that really makes me angry about CGC is I love resealable bags. So all my stuff's done in resealable bags. And for some reason, they can't comprehend that it's resealable or something because they cut all the bags open and they send them back in these cut bags, and that makes it so it's not as tight. So these things can slide around.
Yeah, I heard about that. Somebody had some super expensive book. They sent it back, and because it was zipped open, it was going in and out of the bag, and it started scratching up the top part of the book. And it would have been like a 9.4 or 9.6 prior, but now it's like an 8.5, 8 if you're lucky.
Yeah. So come, I should probably do it, Monday, but I'm definitely going to be calling and complaining about that because, I don't understand what the big deal is. It takes literally no extra time to open this versus someone that sent in a book with Scotch tape or packing tape to hold the flat down.
I guarantee you that not only are you not going to hear anything back, that what they're doing right now is not just unique to you, it's endemic of the entirety of CGC. Because they're probably trying to do cost-cutting measures, and they're going, you know what? It takes too much time to take the tape off or unbag it. Just zip that shit and take it out.
Yeah, but see, here's where that's flawed is on the few books that I didn't rebag and board and sent in that had tape, they came back with flat tape down.
I don't get it either, man. I just know it's cost-cutting measures, and if they say, you're doing this now, they're going to go, okay, I want to keep my job.
Yeah, so I know it probably won't do any good, but I'd really like to yell at someone for it. So.
You have every right. Every right.
So I will probably do that later. I'll set that over here. But I mean, 7 is actually a pretty decent book to get because this is when they first meet
Carolina Chris. Carolina Chris did that, and he calls up and he's like, "Man, I might kill myself." It's like, wait, what? We'll try and fix it. Oh my God. Okay, sir. Yeah, we'll try and rectify that situation.
Well, I don't know if I could resort to that, but I mean,
probably not a good idea, and you could only use it once, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we go, oh Christ, is that Will calling again?
And then I disagreed with this one too. They sent. I usually, if I can, I'll send 2 books in and hope that one gets graded. If I do a pre-screen, when I have 2 copies. Both of these copies got sent back to me. It's Wolverine #4, the first appearance of Roughhouse and Bloodsport.
Oh.
Yeah, that's their barcode sticker on it. But yeah, they sent back both of them, which made me mad. I thought, at least one of them would be good.
I don't trust any of the companies at all. I probably never will. And considering that it's kind of like corporations eat one another, a CGC that you might have today, 15 years from now, CGC gets bought out by, I don't know, CBCS or one of the other ones, or vice versa. And whatever you already have that's a sealed book either now becomes worthless, or you have to resend it in, or now all of a sudden that certain slab is now super expensive because now that company's out of business. I just think it's some weird Ponzi scheme, and I want no part of it, at least right now. When I go to sell, fine, but I'm always thinking of the future, not the next sale, because I don't sell.
This question is from Patrick Wall to you. Rob, when you have been picking up something is killing
Go ahead.
Rob, when you have been picking up Something is Killing the Children series, are you been getting only cover A, or do you pick up the variants as well?
I have not picked up any of Something is Killing the Children. I did not get on that boat. It was my mistake. Oh, well, I will just wait either until that series either comes down at another date, or I'll wait. It's not a priority. Right now, I just started making ASM a priority. So I know people are onto that series, but I decided instead to go, hey, once in future, because somebody sent me a book for free. So I jumped on that, and it's happenstance. Sometimes you miss out on everything, and you can't get every single last chip in a Pringles can.
I love how he assumed you were right on it, because normally you're like, oh, you mean this book? And you pull the book out.
No, I don't have a single one, which isn't to say that I don't like it. Nothing of the sort. I missed the boat.
Yep. Now, here's another book that I sent in, and this one I thought would probably get rejected, so I'm not mad about it. I'm still mad about the cutting the bag open, but Spawn #9, first Angela.
I guess I'm collecting decorum now, so I guess I should probably make a... It's like, because books where I only have the first 2 or 3, I just throw it into a box of issue #1s for either Marvel, DC, or the Indies box. But after I get to issue 3, I'm like, well, I guess I'm collecting this now.
Yeah. Now here's a Spawn 1 got rejected, and I don't know why. Or well, actually, after looking at it, maybe it needs a press, but I mean, it's still a pretty sharp looking copy of Spawn 1, but it still got rejected. Oh, well. Okay, this is interesting. There's the one sale of a 9.8 that I saw for $160, but I don't know if that's overpaying, underpaying, or the right price or not. But Savage Dragon 2 of the 3-issue miniseries, Newsstand.
Ooh.
So I have this one, and then I have one that got graded at a 9.8. So I got to research what the actual price of the newsstand version is because I don't know. But just in case, I'll put it here in the big boy box.
Just go into an auction with like 60 people in the room where you know half of them are former pop collectors, and even having no idea what the price is, I'm sure it'll go for like twice whatever you'd get on eBay.
Maybe.
Yes, I'm making fun of the pop collector community that wound up co-opting ours and don't do the research. I am not making fun of those that do research. It pays to research, which is why you don't get screwed on books.
All right, now this one shocked me beyond belief. Is I know I didn't put in 2. I put 3 copies of this book in, and I was hoping for one of them to get graded. They rejected every single one of them. Savage Dragon #1. All 3 copies got rejected. I couldn't believe it. That one, I don't know what to say about that. Although the last time I did a pre-screen, I had some rejects. And a few of those I actually sent back in. And I'm going to see if they actually get graded this time or no. Because that'll tell me a lot right there. And then this one I threw in because I had to have something to hit 25. But it is such a nice, sharp copy. I wonder if the problem's on the back. But it's a Web of Spider-Man 107.
Oh, is that Sin Eater?
It's the sandstorm creature where they get. There it is.
Hold on, coming around. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sandman and Quicksand, and they become Sandstorm. So, yeah. You know what? While I have this here and the bag's cut open, I'll just slip the book out and see if there was something on the back. No. Nothing on the back. Looks good. Wonder why. Oh well. Like I said, that one was just put into
Here's a series that needs its due. Dicks by Garth Ennis.
Is that the book where you open? No, that's Penis. There's a book that I heard that's its title, and all it is just pictures of one when you look inside.
No, it's just called Dicks. What's it about? It's about private detective. Yeah, I'm not going to show all the covers, but these were the original prints. And then it got reprinted later on by, of course, Avatar. So before I start showing any of the covers that are really illicit, I think I'm going to wind up giving these to Miracle Man on my show.
That's cool.
Because I need to thin out some of these boxes a little bit.
And Southern Comic Geek actually asked me how much I wanted for this one. It's Wolverine 33, awesome looking cover. Wait, hold on, I have you on full. A lot of red and black in this cover. Actually looks pretty good. I don't know why it got rejected. But yeah, I was not happy with this submission that I sent in. But the next one isn't 25 books. The next one I put in 41 books. So hopefully it'll be all right. Then here's a copy of Wolverine #6. And we have Web of Spider-Man Annual. This is the number 9 annual from 93. And then the final books here are, again, this one shocked me. Both copies I sent in of Savage Dragon number 3 got rejected.
Bastards.
Okay, now where are those other books?
I've seriously got to get on getting Chew number 2 and 1. Of the whole series, I don't have 2 and 1.
Which series again?
Chew.
Oh, Chew, that one.
Great series, one of my favorites, but I just never wound up picking up the 1 and 2.
Huh. Let's see.
Oh boy, am I on heavy now too.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when I sell these DC Universe Green Lantern things. See what they go for. Would you do auction or like the buy it now claim sale style for these?
Depends on what it is. If you know that it's a hot book,
It's the DC Universe Green Lantern.
That one I'd try and do it. It depends on how much you bought it for, because you can start it out at $1, or if you want to start it at like $5, because you know that the people know what they're coming for the auction for, you can start it at a certain price. But otherwise, if you're just going, hey, I'm starting an auction, you're going to have to do a buy it now for those sorts.
Yeah, I'm thinking try to buy it now for it and give a deal if they claim all of the issues, like the whole final night and then the Parallax thing.
Alternatively, if you don't want to have to, go to the post office, just start putting that shit up on OfferUp. Have people say like, hey, I'll come to you. No, you'll drive to my corner Publix or gas station where there's cameras. Because going to the post office is just nuts now, especially in Miami.
Well, I'm not in Miami, so it's actually okay for me.
I can imagine it not being fantastic just about anywhere, and I wouldn't recommend it. I guess Firepower. No, I'm not going to start making a thing for it yet. Firepower is good. I like the series so far by Kirkman, but he kind of middles out, and it just sort of stays that way for a while.
Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. So one that's better condition. This one.
Lock and key. Yeah, with the indie boxes, everything is a little bit more mixed together. Like I'll have I Hate Fairyland going through Middle West, so I don't know exactly what's in what box, depending on what's on the outside, as much as I do the Marvel and DC. So to try and pull something right in the middle from where you're looking at right now means moving this table if it's just one box. So I just do everything all together on one day. And by being on a channel like this right now, the positive is I'm not watching everybody else and then not doing this. Because that's usually what happens. Like, oh, I don't want to put books away. I want to watch YouTube. Hey, Big Will's on. Let's watch him instead of putting away books.
Well, I'm glad I could help, I guess.
One for the road.
Okay.
Hillbilly. Oh, wait, now let's put that in the other one. Doing mini-series.
So I started reading Batman at issue 91.
Of the new series.
Yeah, the current. And I haven't got to the shop yet, so my last issue is 99.
It's good. I'll grant it. I mean, a lot of the offshoots, you could tell that it's like, hey, people are digging this. Let's capitalize on this as much as we can. Do you need to read any of those one-shots? Not at all.
Okay. Definitely need to save that one.
Lock and Key.
Man, I bought these purely because the cover was so awesome. But I'm kind of thinking now, do I really need to even bother keeping them? The 493 Batman that I showed earlier, where it looks like a creeping demonic creature.
I don't know.
The 662 of him, where he looks like he's some kind of demon.
I mean, if you had the Mike Mignola detective that's like $50 at least, that one I would definitely send it.
Yeah, I don't have any Mignola, but these do look pretty cool. I'll figure out what to do with them at some point. I'll just put them over here in this box. Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this number one, where he's got both the claws out, is the one that actually goes with the others, and this one, where it's got Cap's thing, does not, right? Or is it either or?
So the one that has the indicia in the upper left-hand corner, that one's the one that goes with all the other covers. The one that is without the indicia is the special deluxe edition that should have like everything.
Yeah, this thing gate folds out.
That's the special deluxe edition, because back in that, wow, damn, don't smoke, kids. Back in the era of the 90s, they liked producing a regular version and a deluxe edition so that they could charge a little bit more. This was before the age of digital, where they were trying to push that shit.
Let me see. I wonder if this thing is I know it'll have like any barcoding on the back. Actually, it won't. It doesn't have any. Okay.
Yep. That was a direct only edition that you could have only gotten at the comic shop.
All righty. So, would this one have any more value than the others? Because they printed like 8 million of these things. Or actually, people say that, but it's actually all the covers put together add up to that.
Exactly. Otherwise, there should be about, 1 million of each cover.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
So I wouldn't think this one would probably be worth slabbing. And I see one tick, so it'd probably make it a 9.6 anyway.
I just saw a tick on my buzzkill here that I'm about to take a picture of for IG, so that means, hey, that one's already a reject. That must mean it's worthless.
Only if you say so.
I think I picked up the whole series for like maybe $15.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I started getting.
I've never read it.
Oh, if you get a chance, even if you read it just for free, where you go onto like comics or readcomics.to, which is, not the legalist way to do things, nor would I recommend it. But by the end of it, you will probably be going, I need to buy this. Especially if you read Crossover. Crossover, I think, comes out next week, and they're going to be using this character.
Now, is it just me, or is this, for some reason, the issue you always find of the X-Men #1? The Magneto.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I always see.
I don't know why, but whenever I find that cover, it looks like it's half falling off.
Huh.
I never thought back, in the 90s, being a big fat kid, that I would wind up going, you know what? One day I'm going to see these comic books as an old man and see it in the same condition. I'm seeing like this amazing Spider-Man first appearance of Green Goblin. And now I'm seeing that.
Okay, so here's something that I haven't showed yet that's pretty cool. Let me get it in the right order here. Or, I showed it, but not on this stream. Okay. We were talking about the Batman Adventures, and I managed to find them. I got issue #1. Batman Adventures. And then we got, actually I should probably start it on that side. Issue #2. Issue 3, Joker. Four. Then 5, Scarecrow. 6. 7, Killer Croc. This is the issue that I missed earlier. I knew I had it, just didn't have it with me at the time. It's issue #8, where I believe that's Clayface. And issue #9. Issue 10. Batman looks like he gained a lot of weight. And this one, the last sale I saw on this one, it's like over $100 in a 9.8, which is it's insane crazy to me. But issue #11, where he fights Man-Bat.
That's odd.
I guess it's because there's an ad for 12 or something, so people are like, true first.
Gotcha. It's kind of like finding that old picture book and going, well, Harley Quinn's in this. It's a little picture. It's like, it's not a comic book. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I found Comics Interview. It's not a comic. I don't care. $500. Sold.
So I'm obviously, not so lucky that I'm about to whoop out the number 12 for you. So skipping 12, I go to 13. And then that's where it starts missing some numbers. I then go to 15. And I think after 13, all these will sell individually. Then we have 17. That's a cool cover where he's like a knight on a horse. He has a freaking sword. Cool cover. And then 18 is also a cool cover. It's just Robin and Batgirl.
Got to get this issue.
Oh yeah, the next series of Batman Adventures.
Yeah, they have some great covers on those.
Yeah, well, I like covers in both of them actually. But yeah, that one does have, I think, the better covers. Then here's another Scarecrow issue 19. It's the last one I have.
Grab another drink. Oh, damn, it's 4 o'clock.
So I am still missing some books. What did I do with these books? Oh well, the hunt is on. Let's see. Definitely saving my rock book. I'm going to save these Wolverine, the Texera series. I mean, they're all newsstand. The number one's the only one that kind of looks sucky. I'm really thinking sending these in, get him to sign. Then here's my Batman 500, Batman 500. I think I have another Batman 500. Must be like a variant or something, I think. Let me see. Where did I put that? It's not an X Factor. Those are my 2099 books. How about you in the chat? You guys think one of these should get graded or no? The number one of 2099, they're not newsstand or anything. So I'm sort of debating, would they be worthy of slabbing or no? Let's see what else. Oh yeah, that's all this static and stuff. All right, so
All right, I'm back.
That's my spare Storm. That's for John. Oh yeah, here's the other 500. So what's the difference between these two, Rob? Is one like a rare variant or something? There's the gatefold, and then the one with John Paul Valley. They're both 500.
They're both 500. Open it up. I think the one might just be either a newsstand or it might even be a second print. I really don't know. Because all I know is the one that was on your right, so I guess in your left hand, the one that we're all familiar with. Yeah, that one I'm familiar as hell with. The other one, not as much. Have I seen it? Yeah. Can I identify it? No.
Well, I know it's not newsstand because there's the thing right there.
I mean, there are some occasions where you might think things aren't newsstand. Like there's from Batman the movie, there's 2 different covers and both of them look like they'd be direct, but you would be mistaken. Oh fuck, what's that? Someone's calling me. What do you want? Well, let's find out who it is. You're caller number 9. Caller 9? You lose.
Nope, looks like it's just some kind of variant or something. I'm not seeing anything here.
I am really going to have to stop buying independent issue number 1s just because it has a pretty cover. Or I'm going to have to start selling it. Because this is getting disgusting.
So all else fails, I'll bring up the phone and I'll just go to Go Collect and see what it says.
Usually works.
You know, whatever works, I guess. Batman 500, gocollect.com. Okay, great. It does have both of them listed.
Good.
Okay. The one we're all familiar with is the collector's edition.
Ah,
Sells for around $80 in a 9.8.
all right.
Although I see some sales for $60 and one sell for $200.
Guess like anything else, it depends.
Yeah. Okay, so if that's the collector's edition and it goes for that, but yet that's the one we're all familiar with, I wonder if this other 500 then sells for more or less because we don't see it that often.
That could be a good explainer.
Nope. It has an FMV of like $50.
Really?
That's what it says.
Huh.
So in a 9.8 slab, they're both worth enough with what I paid. I could slab them, sell them, and make a profit. But the collector's edition is obviously the better choice.
Yeah.
And since I have two of them, I can send both in. And that way at least one will get graded. So I'll just set both of them over here, but I won't even worry about this other one. I'll put it up at a buy it now or auction or something at some point. Now, the real question is, what did I do with the other books? Let's see. Where did I
Man, some of these books gives me a headache.
in here? Okay. Well, let's do this. Oh, this thing's heavy. I'll be glad when I get this room completely set up because I don't like having to maneuver long boxes very often.
It's a workout.
You can say that again.
Which I probably shouldn't be moving these damn things right after eating.
Hey, that's your own fault, not mine.
Hey, maybe I should go swimming after this. Alone.
Yes. With a pair of scissors in hand.
Hell yeah.
Just make it a guarantee.
Just don't forget to plug my boombox in as I put it on the raft.
Oh, hey, we got some more people in here. Check this out. Dave Enrique. He said, not second prints. They simply had two options. Yeah. $20.99 is about $60 for a 9.6 and $90 at a 9.8. So Comics on the Edge oh, by the way, if anyone wants to jump in on this thing, the link's in the chat. So Comics on the Edge, are you telling me I should or should not try slabbing the $20.99 number one? Oh, in the Batman Collectors, there's a bound postcard of Batman by Mike Manley. Okay. I'm not going to bother trying to look. I'll just send them in and they'll either have it or they won't. Now, here's some stuff that I got in this week that's pretty nice. I got a Akira number one.
Ooh. Please tell us more.
I also I picked up the number one, so I also picked up number two. Hey, Kachung's in the house. What's going on, man? Okay. So, that reminds me. Did he ever? No. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, you're welcome. He says different view of y'all's rooms. Nice.
Yeah, I usually don't have this camera set up because the one that you're looking from now generally is set up so you're looking right at this green table over here. And today I'm putting books away because, geek responsibly and all that.
Kachum says, Rob, I love that DHP.
Thank you. Which, consequently enough, a misconception, not the first appearance of aliens in comics.
Also picked up, this is a rather nice copy of Thor 338. That homage to the Kirby when he's fighting Hercules. And then that came with the Thor 339, which I don't think there's much value in the 339.
Only for completists. Everyone else is just a stupid key collector.
I like to say I'm a specific collector.
You're only collecting just the keys.
Well, I like to say I'm a specific collector because, I do like the keys, but if you were to look at what I have and what I keep, there are more books that are specific to me.
Yeah. Like I almost have a full run of the Max over here. Lock and Key, I have the first few series, and then I just sort of dropped off on it.
Let me guess. You have the number 1 of Max, and your holes are all in the middle and the end, right?
For the Max?
Yeah.
I'm only missing like 3 issues. And yes, they're all at the end.
Yeah, I figured. Also picked up this Fantastic Four 75. Great cover. Jung says, I think it's the origin of aliens. Not sure what he's referring to.
Yeah, people for the longest time thought that DHP number 24 was the first aliens. I mean, it's the first time it appears in Dark Horse Presents, but the Alien Comics issue number 1 came out about a good 6 months beforehand.
Oh, DHP, Dark Horse Publishing.
Yeah, Dark Horse. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, also picked up, this is a 9/8 candidate for sure. Black Panther number 2. First Shuri.
Hopefully you got that a while back and not in the last month or so.
Well, I got it in the last couple weeks, but I got it at a great deal because with it also came this book right here.
Let's see. Oh, hello now. Twinsies. I'm sure yours is probably in better condition. Mine has some.
I'm sure yours is in better condition. Mine's.
Mine. Oh, okay. Yours are probably a bit close.
Yeah. Well, I also have a tear on the back of mine. So
mine has the same thing right here, going about this much in.
So best case scenario for me is like a 7.0.
Yeah, I'd say like 6.5.
Hey, that's still almost $400 book, so I'll be happy to get that.
And for what I paid for it, I'm very happy because I only just picked that one up myself.
Great minds, I guess.
And here's the sad thing. After watching Lady Fantastic about maybe 2 weeks ago, we were doing one of these live things on a Friday night show. So she's showing all the McFarlane Amazing Spider-Man. And because I recently wound up finishing out my run from like ASM issue 30 from volume 2 all the way till present without missing a beat, I'm like, you know what? priorities. ASM, that's priority now.
Yeah. Well,
Each other.
I was iffy on the Black Panther 2. I had got up to like maybe $200, and that was near my top because of the grade and everything. And then the dude half made a joke about, well, if you go 500, I'll throw this in, and he pulls out the ASM 300. So I got both of those for 500.
Okay, I guess so.
Well, that's pretty good.
I got mine for $15 last year.
Congratulations. I wasn't on my radar last year. But the great thing is in a 9.8, it's $500 right now.
Oh, if you thought that was bad, wait till you find out how much I got this for. I got this for $3.99, and yes, this is the black variant.
Well, I was going to say, I got a buddy of mine that like 9 months ago bought one of those for like $30.
Ooh.
Got it graded, and it's a 9.8.
Oh, good guy.
Yeah. So I also picked up this baby right here, New Teen Titans 2. And with it, I also grabbed the Omega Men 3.
Again, great minds think alike.
Yep.
Oh, hold on. If you say the word too many times, you know it's going to show up.
I think I'm going to send this one in for one of the CGC signings because it's a very high grade. And, getting Keith Giffen to sign it too, that'd be cool. Maybe here in the black with silver.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's one to pick up if you can still find it. And these are things that you can easily find, like in dollar boxes still. First, Luke Fox.
Okay, Batwing.
Issue 19 and 20.
Okay.
Issue 19 is the issue that introduces Luke Fox. In the very next issue, he becomes the second Batwing. Now, John Ridley is supposed to be doing a new story for this bullshit future Batman story, and they're going to be introducing a Black Batman, and it's supposed to be, individual story. And I'm guessing they're probably going to be using this, but otherwise they're still going to be using the character inside that Batwoman TV series, despite the fact Ruby Rose walked away. She's going to need a new mentor, this new Batwoman, and you still have a Luke Fox running around going, yeah, I designed the suit. Why don't you wear it and train her? There's a lot of room for growth on that one. And you still find it for like nothing if you find it in the right areas. Otherwise, people want way too much in the store.
So here's what I've decided on all these books that I pulled out. Is every one of these I'm going to show is going to go in the dollar bin boxes, and it'll either be between $1 and $5 when I sell them. I got the regular Batman 500, the Ren and Stimpy show #1, still in the bag with the Air Fowler.
And interesting to note, you don't need to keep it in the bag anymore. It no longer matters whether or not it's in the bag or outside the bag. In fact, keeping it in the bag, the acids on the bag will destroy the book.
No, I'm keeping it in because the Air Fowler stinks.
Okay.
And I don't want the bag, all my stuff here to start stinking. See, it's still in the poly bag.
Take a dryer sheet, and you take a dryer sheet and you put that in each long box, and you're good after a while. No stinky comics, but also no old comic smell either.
Yeah. Shadow of the Bat 3, Batman 664, this Walking Dead 41 signed by Kirkman.
Nice.
The Batman 457, and the lesser copy of 662 Action, and then the 667, put it, as well as the Man of Steel 10, and X Factor 75, and my spare copy of the X-Men 1, that one. And I have this Spider-Man 26, the anniversary, and the Superboy 0. So I'll just put all those back in the dollar. But I still need to figure out if Stay Puft or if any of those other guys need any of these milestone books. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies, 6 different issues, I should say, of Static, and 3 issues of Blood Syndicate. And I don't know if any of them are missing one.
I know somebody that may. If you watch our show, the guy Miracle Man, I don't know if you're on Twitter. He goes by Kimoda.
I'm not, don't worry.
Well, yeah, he's looking for, he almost has full runs of almost every milestone book from its inception to present, minus a few here and there. Most of which he's found in like dollar bins. And I'm talking like the last issue of Static, the Mignola one that goes for $200. I think he paid $2.
What is the last issue? Because I don't know.
45, I think. It's like a pinkish pastel-y cover.
No, I don't have it. I got 30, 42, 43, 31, 38, and 39.
Still not easy ones.
Yeah, and then I have 2, 3, and 4 of the Blood Syndicate. So these were all just in that collection that I bought, and paid nothing for, basically. I just found these. So I'll sell them for $1. I just want to make sure I find someone that could probably need them or would like to have, backups maybe, and sell them all to one person. Because some of them, like this one, has got some stuff on it.
Some schmutz, a little bit of absorbing.
So yeah, they're just dollar books to me. But someone's missing anything.
If you have like a list, just send me a DM and I'll forward over to my guy and see if he needs any of them.
Well, shoot, I don't even have to do a list. I'll just shoot you a picture of these.
That works.
Yeah, I'll do that later then.
See what Dave Enrique says.
Yeah. And then I got to go. I actually need to go through this box up here because it's stuff that I bagged and boarded, and it may hold some of the X Factor things that I'm missing that I don't have yet. And then again, there's that other short box of X Factor stuff. Of course, I also might want to get with John's Comics with Kids, see if he's missing any. I think he mentioned something about collecting X Factor. But another cool thing that I picked up was this Teen Titans, the original run. I got issue 2 through the final issue, almost a complete run of the Teen Titans from 1966, the original Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So I have issue 2 through the final issue. I just got to put it all back in order. You know what's funny is that they had a character that was, I think her name's Darla Dent, and she is the Joker's daughter.
Yeah, Duella Dent.
But she also went by
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and she's a member right here of the Teen Titans, which I often thought thought was funny is that people are like, Harley Quinn, it's so new. It's like, well, we already had a character called the Harlequin. So I gotta put all
They
of
also
that.
had a character named Bumblebee, and that Bumblebee was pretty much like the first Black DC superhero character. And
That
then
was
just
Nubia, and that was
Yeah.
Nubia or Nibia in one of the Wonder Woman issues. She was the first. But
well, there was that, and then there was somebody in Teen Titans towards the end, like issue 48 or so, and her name was Bumblebee, and she was a black superhero.
I got that issue because it's in the series. So I just got to put all of it in order. But I thought that was kind of cool to get in with all this 2 through the end of a Silver Age series.
Oh yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah, so I thought that was awesome. I'm only missing number 1. So now here's the big question though. Why did I buy it? Well, I bought it to sell it. How should I sell it? One, because if you break it up, you can't put it back together again. So I can either sell it, buy a number 1 and sell the whole series. Probably have to go eBay on that one. Or I could piecemeal it out, selling the books that have value, like the Bumblebee and the Dwella Dent and all those, and near the end have some value, and a few in the actual 60s, mid-60s, have a little bit of value. And the rest are kind of just, your generic.
You could always try this route where, yes, you put up the keys individually because you'll make more money. You can break it up into smaller chunks and put it up on eBay for a smaller amount or on Instagram for a smaller amount, where you can say, hey, contact me if you just want an individual issue and we'll work it out. But otherwise, by doing it that way, at least you're getting it out the door instead of going, but I need to maximize the most amount for every single issue. It's like, asshole, if you do that, you're going to keep everything forever.
Yeah, so why not just sell it all at once? See if I can get the whole series gone.
There is that, but you're probably not going to get nearly as much as you could because of those keys being involved with it. It's kind of like Teen Titans. The whole run is like, great, I could probably get a good amount for it, but the big issue, that issue 12, the first Joker who shits or whatever, that one, everyone's paying like the $200 for.
Rob, I paid 20 cents a book.
Oh, damn it.
I'll be okay. So if I could get, do you think $200 plus shipping would be crazy amount to ask for all those?
For which ones?
The whole series that I have, 2 through the end.
Of Teen Titans?
Yeah, I think, would that be too much, too little? Like,
what's the average grade on them?
Well, the older ones and some of them in the middle are probably like between a 3 and 4. But then there's some that are you get to maybe an 8.0, but that's probably your max. It's more of the fact you have the complete run than really
starting off at like 250 or 280 with a you can negotiate, and if somebody winds up saying 250, you go, okay, awesome. I was going to sell for 200.
So you think 200 would be a bit low? Try and start it higher. You think
being that you have Teen Titans 2, which, even the first couple issues, those are like at least $20, $30 individually on their own. It's just that trying to find a Teen Titan collector out of the blue is not the easiest thing in the world. But you have it low enough where you have almost every single one of them, you'll get that impulse buyer that instead of deciding to go, hey, I need a first appearance of the Rhino, it's only like maybe $200-300. Hey, look at this. Teen Titans 2 through the holy. Don't mind if I do. You're getting people on that impulse buy because it's almost everything.
Well, I think I'll just put them in order and see if someone will do off eBay. I'll probably do 300 on eBay or best offer and take, the first 250 or whatever that I get offered.
And you can do the same thing on Instagram and just pull it down, whichever one doesn't sell first.
No, Dave Enrique. I'm talking the original run from the Silver Age. That's why it's not, if it was the other one, the George Perez, I would know how to sell that one. Because, Copper Age, late bronze and Copper Age is sort of my wheelhouse. Silver Age, I know what to do, but when it comes to certain things like that, I have a few questions. But yeah, it's cool though that I was managed to get that. So now I just got to figure out where. I think I put everything in this long box, the whole series. I think. I really should probably figure that out. That would be an important thing to do, I would believe. So I have a short box here. Why don't I just do that? It's empty. So I can start finding and put in all the different Titans books and make sure I find them all.
Well, it looks like I have to run. It looks like I have to start cooking dinner. I didn't realize it was so late.
Well, that's what you get for being an East Coaster.
What happens? Hey, I've been up since about 7:30 this morning, thinking I was going to take a dog into the vet, only to be told, "Yeah, it's going to stress the dog out too much. It's okay." I'm like, "But I'm awake. I took a shower." But okay, well, I'm awake now. So then I just started reading comics. Here I am.
Hey, whatever works. We'll see you, Rob.
All right. Good night, Will. Thanks for having me on. Till next time.
No problem, man. All right, folks. I don't know if anyone else would be interested, but here it is again, once more in the chat. If anyone wants to jump on with me. I'm probably going to put all this Teen Titans stuff in order, and then unless someone comes on and we shoot the breeze, that will probably be it for me. But it'll take a minute to get all this together. Whoa. That was quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Who Dat Comics and Movies.
What's up?
Not much. I don't know what all you heard, but I'm about to put this Teen Titans run in order. I think I have them all in this long box. I just got to make sure I do and see. Okay, yeah, this is one of the books I was talking about. This one is the key. It's either first Bumblebee or the first appearance of the chick that becomes Bumblebee. I don't know which one.
I don't know much about this.
So I don't even remember how many issues make up this Teen Titans run. But it's got some cool covers, especially in the early bronze, the 20 cent. You get some cool looking stuff like these. It's almost horror-esque. Got a big skull there. And here they're just straight up digging a grave or digging someone out of a grave. So it's got some cool covers. And okay, I think this is the final issue, 53. So 53 books, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and I've also got the Silver Age. Here's issue 28. You can tell they went through a few different logos. So what you up to?
I'm just putting books together. I was packing some stuff up and getting stuff together to sell later. Not today, but
Yeah.
getting my little lots together. That's all. Trying to keep stuff together so I don't lose them.
Now, this is one of my favorite covers that I've seen of this. This is issue 26. It's because of that nice, deep, rich purple. I like the purple's an odd color for comic covers, so I like it when they use it. Yeah. Did you Did you send the slabs I bought from you with signature?
I think I just put insurance. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, because apparently they tried to deliver them and they couldn't. And that usually is because someone wasn't able to do a signature. So I went up, I got them. I went up today and got them at the post office. So I was just curious if you had a signature on there or not.
Sometimes I do the lady when I'm doing the stuff. She really doesn't pay attention to me. Because I'll tell her what I want, and then she'll put the other thing. Because I know I wanted just a little insurance. I didn't want a lot because I know since I have the insurance, I just wanted a little insurance just to be on the safe side. So I think I put like $150 or $200 or something. I got my little Silver Age Fantastic Four stuff.
Oh, you got some
selling? Yeah, I'm gonna be selling them. Silver Age Fantastic Four and Silver Age Thor. I'll probably keep all the Silver Age together.
Nice. Oh, here's something you don't see every day. An actual Christmas issue. So it looks like I did manage to put all of them together in this long box. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. 6, 5, we shall see. So now I hopefully have them all right here. So now I just got to put them in order. Something tells me I'm going to have a few missing, and that's going to drive me crazy for the rest of the day. Anyway, I was meaning to tell you, the only reason that I bought those 2 slabs was you got a good thing going offering up a special book for your highest paid person. Because when I saw it was the number 4, I was like, hey, that'd be kind of cool. I think I'll try it. So that's why I bid.
Yeah, I've been trying to find like some really good books, but for really cheap price. They're not gonna be near mints. They're gonna have their issues with it, stuff like that. But still pretty good books, especially like the Newsstand, X-Men, and then what else? I think the first what's her name? Carol Danvers.
Yeah, the Captain Marvel Carol Danvers thing.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to send that one or not. You had said if you have a bunch of people buying that you might do both. And so one, which tells me not that many people bought, but I could have seen that because
no. They both went. They both went. You got the lower tier because somebody else bought a $400 something slab.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going to say because it took forever for you to come back around again, and that had a lot of people on that one.
Yeah. So somebody had bought that slab. I think it was the Ghost Rider 2.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with what I got because I paid exactly what they're worth, and they're both probably going to go up. Plus, I have the 4.
Yeah.
So it's still a good deal. I mean, good deal for me.
Yeah. The Carnage actually was going up already. The Carnage, I think, was I think the last sold was over 200.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. I know it was over 100 for the last sold.
Well, whether it was the last sold or not, the last 5 sold. One of them was 200. I know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but even at that, it'll still probably go up some. So I'm perfectly happy having that book.
And it was crazy. I want to buy more stuff, but CGC's taking kind of long, so I'm like,
Yeah,
taking a little time.
I have been there, my friend. I'm actually to the point now where there's a few things I have that I want to send off that I'm going to have to not, because as of right now I'm almost tapped out. I got to sell more stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this is the first issue in my run is issue 2, and that's the issue 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So looks like I'm doing good so far. This is 2 through 10. I gotta find the rest of it. You know, the cool thing about these Titan books is you just look at their banner, the title banner, and you know about what era you're in. Or so how often do you buy versus sell? Do you try and keep it constant, or?
I try to keep it pretty constant. But I've been kind of slacking. I shouldn't say slacking. I want to buy more, but like I said, I got to sell more to buy more. But try to keep it kind of constant because, like I said, once those books come back from CGC, I'm moving a lot of those, and I need another batch of books to get ready, which I already have like 10 books to get graded. Actually, I got more than 10. I got the Silver Age, the value tier books. Then I have the modern tier books. So I have a couple batches left to get graded. But so I'm trying to stay constant and that's why I had to buy that freaking VCW box because once those books come in, gotta have somewhere to put them. And I was like, man, they hold 30 slabs. I already put like 10 slabs in there, so I'll be able to put 10 more slabs in there and probably sell some other slabs.
Let's see.
And to try to answer your question, I think was it. I don't even know how you say your name, Clog.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah, I basically said I just buy everywhere. Auctions, eBay, IG, LCSs. Sometimes I hate. The reason I say hate buying from LCS is because my plan is always to just get my 2 or 3 books on my pull list at the LCS, and then when you see a book that you're like, oh man, I know this is a good book. Oh, I know it's worth this, or whatever, and it just happens, So
5, 6, 27. Yeah. I don't get to go to the shop very often just because of where I live and all that. So I find myself doing obviously auctions. You would know, and eBay, and just looking for a deal. And if I find it and have the cash to do it, we go for it. 7, 6. Okay, I am missing issue 15 at the moment. Gotta find issue 15. But yeah, I've been doing all these. I got all these long boxes and everything. I've been trying to go through, so trying to get everything rearranged and set up to where this can be my main room for dealing with comics.
Yeah. I know as far as for me, I've been doing the same thing, but I've been trying to move stuff before the shipment comes in of books, you know. So it's a constant selling, especially when I have a goal of trying to get in some other books, you know, a couple books for the PC, and then so
Wait a minute, that's 30, 31. Two, 33, 34. Oh, that's a cool cover. Wonder Girl turns into a witch. And I hope I find that missing book here, because that's going to be bad if I'm like talking about all this, having a complete run, and then I'm missing one.
I found a whole bunch of these at the LCS too.
Oh,
Kane and one, Scotty Young.
The Scotty Young variants for that rare?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's rare, but yeah, I think they're starting to go up in price. But they had a whole bunch of them.
People really like them, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's the first appearance of a lot of those characters. So I only issue with that Scotty Young. Like all of them, I see are dirty. So it's like I don't know, it's a flaw or what.
You mean like got rubbing on it or something? Seven, 48. Okay, so it looks like I'm actually missing issue 15, but it may be somewhere in this long box or in one of the others. I got to go through all these before I really start selling. Okay, there's 29. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Here we go. And then, I mean, these couple covers are really sweet too. It's like they're going into a haunted castle or something. That's issue 35. And then issue 36. It even has the tomb be their destiny written on the cover. They're like going into a tomb or something. It's kind of horror-esque. Okay, so that's 30 through 39. So need issue. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm looking for issue 40 now. So have you eaten? Have you eaten yet?
Yes. I went to Popeyes, got me some ghost pepper wings.
Yeah. I'll be eating here in a little bit. What'd you have?
Huh?
I said, what'd you have?
Oh, the Ghost. I just said Popeyes.
You know, I've been to Popeyes, but I don't particularly care for them myself. Well, what do you like about them?
Yeah. But Popeyes is like way better here, I think.
Oh yeah, you think I got the jacked up version of Popeyes?
Well, no, it's I don't know. Like once places leave their kind of origins, it kind of changes.
Okay, so unless it is missing and somewhere in one of these boxes, looks like I'm missing 2 issues, issue 1 and issue 15. But other than that, I've got the entire run of Teen Titans. I like that. That will work well for me. And I also think that means I can fit them.
I can show you my next books I am sending to get graded though.
Okay.
Because I might try to. Well, all of them are not. I don't know if they're I don't know. I'll see, but I got a 9/8 candidate of Spawn 1. I might wait to.
I just got some CGC books back. It was a free screen 9/8. They sent me a 9/6 of that issue. Yeah, I know. And then they rejected the other copy that I sent.
that was a mix-up.
Yeah.
That is another 9/8 candidate of X-Men 166. That's the first. What's the little character's name? I can't remember, but it's like sells for like $200 in a 9/8. So
hey, that's all you need to know.
This one's not a 9/8, I don't think. Unless I get lucky with a good press and clean. It's no spine ticks. It just has a little. I don't know if that's dirt or ink. Oh, right there, you can see it right here. It has like a little dirt or ink right there. I don't want to try to remove it. I'd rather somebody who does that for a living. But that's the only issue with this book. Besides that, I would think it'd be a 9/8 candidate. If not, it's at least a 9/6. And I think still at the price I paid, at a 9/6 is worth it. Another 9/8 candidate of X-Men 4. I finally found a good candidate. So,
man,
I already have a 9/8. So,
well, I've already had 3 different, not counting what I got from you, but I've had 3 different copies of that, and I sold all of them. I got 1 graded and sold it, and the other 2 were raw.
Invincible Iron Man 7. I've been trying to, and when I find this book for a good price, the first cameo of Riri, I try to pick it up because the number 9 is getting kind of almost out of the price range as far as making a profit. So that one's going to be getting graded. I'll probably sit on it. And then I found a Century one this is what I said when I go to my LCS. The San Diego Comic-Con, they had a nice candidate, I would say, of Century 1 for 9/8, and that book has just blown up. Mr. Nola Comics got this for me at a shop. It's a 1 in 25 Batman. It was the Robin King. He had a shop by us. I think got the wrong shipment, but he didn't know. He had about 10 of these, and he was selling for cover price.
Huh.
Nola picked up, I think, all but 1 or 2. So he only paid like $3 for it. Yeah.
That's how I roll. If someone has something like that, I always make sure I feel bad if I were to buy all of them, so I always leave like 1.
Yeah, he said he asked the guy twice, "Is this the correct price?" He said, "Can I get more than 1?" He said, "You get as many as you want." So I think he left him at least 1. And then I guess the guy looked it up later, a week later, because I went a week later to the shop, and then it was like $200. And this is a nice I think 969 candidate, 90 candidate. The problem is I want to hold off on the Spawn one in this one because if Todd McFarlane does another signing, which he could be because of the COVID stuff, we really haven't had any stuff going on. So he might say, "Hey, I'm gonna do it again," and I'll send that one with the Spawn one because
the question is, I don't know where I heard this, but that he may not want to do it again because he apparently got a flat fee. But if he had done a per book price, he would have made like 1.5 to double what he made doing that. So I don't know if they'll do it again or not. I hope so.
He might do it again. He loves doing stuff for the fans, but
I mean, it's a matter of changing the how they structure the fee. So I think he'd do it no problem.
Got this one too.
Oh yeah,
another 90 candidate.
So hey, you're a Spawn guy, aren't you? You know Spawn.
No, I'm not. but I know enough to be dangerous. If that makes any sense.
I know enough to be dangerous. Because
I just bought a couple of Spawns and they were pretty rare, and I was like, all right, if he was gonna.
Yeah, that's what I have. I've managed to grab 2 or 3 Spawns in this collection that are fairly rare, and want to sell them, but I'm not exactly sure what price to do it at. If I should do it as a buy it now or auction them.
Show them. I don't. Yeah. If you got them close to you.
I'm thinking I'm going to go with auctioning them off. That way, the price will be probably whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, it all depends on what Spawns they are. I know the Gunslinger ones you definitely get graded. Doesn't matter.
No, it's not Gunslinger. I know.
I picked up the War. Was it War something Spawn? I got that from a. I can't think of the name of it, but I got that from a shop. I'm just waiting for that to come in. So I'll probably do those as a auction item as well. But they sold them so cheap that, and Spawn collectors, they know what was rare and what are hard to find.
You would ask for all Spawn, so these first 2 I know exactly what to do on. Let me change these I know what to do on, but I have my number 1.
Oh yeah.
And then I have my number 9.
Yeah.
Those I know what to do. Then I have 271.
Mm-hmm.
We got
anything after 250 it's low orders.
270. And then 266.
I'll look up these while you. I don't know if you looked them up already.
Yeah, I looked them up on Key Collector, but that's all. So I didn't look them up. And then
I got a phone.
This one was not in Key Collector. It's 263 Sketch. Same thing with this one. Not in Key Collector. 265 Sketch. And then 267. That's it.
I looked up some of those spawns that sketch. That's a sketch variant.
Yeah.
That one that was two. That's like a 30. Well, one just sold for real cheap, but the other one they normally sell between $25 to $35.
That's good.
Hold on 1 second. My wife's on the phone.
The wife came by. So now we'll wait in glorious anticipation. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh yeah, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, you should come by and check it out sometime. But yeah, so now here's another question. One of the guys in the chat gave me his opinion on it, but he couldn't actually, he was just in the chat, so he couldn't talk to me. So I'll ask Huda this as well. Is I think he said last sale was $90 and a 9.8. So would that be worth the risk of maybe sending in one of these 2099s number one? Sort of, I'm a little iffy. I mean, they're not, a newsstand. So they're just going to be your standard cover. I mean, they look pretty sharp, but I mean, if they get a 9.6, that's like not even really worth it, to be honest. But I mean, I don't know. I'm sort of on the fence about that. But then, I mean, what could I charge for the book raw? Would I be able to get $5 out of it? If I can, great. I'll go that route. Probably, at least with one for sure. But yeah, that's an if. So I actually probably should put those in this box then. Yep, definitely. Then I also found this 269 spawn, but it has damage, so it's can't use it. Still pretty cool cover. And I'm still thinking about sending in some of these things for signings. I got to think more about that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I mean, if they get rejected, then that's $5. Would someone pay more than $5 to buy one raw? If so, then okay, might go that route. But hey, if you're ever free, by the way, Mike, I could still use a hand if you're willing to give one. Because let me back up and show you. I got all those. I haven't been through a single one of those long boxes. Then I got another 1 or 2 long boxes that I got to go through. And then there's the matter of taking the ones that I have been through and putting them in the new long boxes. And the new long boxes are all here under the table, as you can see there. Those are all my new long boxes that I got. So, yeah. And again, Big bright window, extra white will. Anyway. So this goes there. That goes there. Okay. So when Hudak comes back on, I'm going to ask him about these milestone books. See if he knows anybody. But I also should shoot a picture to Rob since he had asked. Or, well, he didn't ask, he offered. Let's see, 4. That sounds good, bud. So, take this picture of Blood Syndicate. There we go, much better. All right. And now get a picture of all the static. Let's see. I should probably put these in order first. Let's see. 38, and that's 31, 43, 42, and 30. Okay. Ha! Caught it. All right. So now send those to Rob. And then thanks everyone for being here and everything. And I'm sure I'm just the most glorious of entertainment, putting things in on Instagram, taking pictures. Let's see. That's Rob Worst. Rob. There we go. Boom. And that is sent. All right. All right. So I pretty much am done then. I'm going to get something to eat here later. And until I get some bags and boards in, which should be like Wednesday, I think Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, one of them days next week, I'll be getting in bags and boards, and then I'll be able to go through all of those that I showed earlier. And once I go through all of those, then I'll be able to then figure out, my main plan of action and get everything settled.
So I looked up some of those Spawn books when
Uh-huh.
we were talking, and I was on the phone and I'm going back and forth. The 260 ones. What issues were those? Were those? I missed those, but I got pretty much a gauge on all of them.
They are, I think 266 is one of them.
Okay, I think that was
here they are.
266,
271, 270, 267,
67,
266, and the sketches were 265 and 263.
Yeah, those in those 200 section, and I mean they're not. They're actually harder to find in the color. But for some strange reason, the color looked like it sells for a little bit more. I don't. You know, that's kind of weird to me in my mind. Like the black and white is a variant. They're not. You know, so. If you didn't order that many of the colored, which is a low number, you know, low print run, you think the black and white's even lower. So, so some of those sale prices are people just, I think, getting amazing deals. And plus, I didn't look at condition. I'll say like that. I didn't look at condition because it could be beat up too. And I mean, that's probably like $100 at least. I forgot how many issues was. Yeah. How many issues was it?
2 sketches, and
no, I'm talking about like all of them. Like how many issues was it? You got 2 sketches,
and then I think 4 regular books.
4 regular. I mean, well, so I would say under, just because that one book is like $35. But I mean, I would sell it as a lot if you don't have that much into them. I would do like an auction. And just depending on how much you have at it, I would be like, all right, starting bid at the price of this one that sells for like almost $40.
Okay.
Here you go.
So here's my question is, here it is, private chat.
Okay.
I will tell you exactly.
Yeah, tell me all the issues in there too. Because I'm like looking them up as you were telling me, and I'm surely not going to remember all.
Okay. Well, I just told you how much per book, and I'll write down the issues. Let me look at those up again. So that's, let's see, 271, 270. So 271, 270, 267, 266. And was that the sketch? No, 266 was not the sketch. 265 and 263 are the sketch. So 265, sketch, and 263, sketch. So there you go.
All right, let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 regulars, 2 sketches. I'm trying to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm only going by because I'm seeing like other little sets sell. Somebody sold a 269 through 275. It was a buy it now at 120 plus shipping, but you know, it's not the same issues, but it's still in that same range of number wise. I'm trying to make sure that's not any keys in the other ones. And no, they're not. Any of those are keys. And only one of them, well, that's not a black and white. Those are all regular sketches. So that's why I'm like, in my mind, I'd be like, because I would want 100 out of it, but I'd be like $60 starting bid. You know,
well, I would be perfectly fine either way. I mean, I also put in there what I paid. So
yeah. So that's why I was looking at that too. So I'm just looking at thinking about those issues and what did it go for, and
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I know the one I looked up really good, and that one was $30 to $35 by itself. But
and the great thing is I found them, and they should all be worst case scenario. They're 9.6. Worst case. About half of them, if not all of them, I wouldn't be surprised if they got 9.8s.
And see, I used to know a guy who's actually a big Spawn collector. I can't remember because I haven't gotten any Spawn books in so long.
Yeah.
He's a big Spawn collector, and what I would do with him is I would just look on eBay and be like, all right, look at this price on eBay, but I'll do like 20 to 25% cheaper, and I'm making a profit. You're getting a great deal.
So I think what I'll do is there's 3, 4, 5. There's 5. I put 5 numbers down, right? There's 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's 6 books.
Okay. There's 6 books totals. 4 is regular, 2 are sketches.
Yeah.
Well, you have a good little run. If you could find 264, it'd actually be even better because they're like 263 through 266. That's like a good little run. And then go have 270, 271. It'd be nice if you could find that one because people love those little Spawn collectors and stuff. Reminds me of like turtle collectors. Like we love when we have like a little run, and it kind of helps us without having to look, find other books.
Do you think it would be prudent then make me some more money if I did 65, 66, and 67 as a 3-book lot, and then do the others as 70, 71, and then 63 by itself?
Yeah, that's how I would probably do it because you can do 265 through 267. The incentive is one of the 265 is a sketch variant, which is more rare. All of those are actually rare because they're in the 200 range as far as print count.
Yeah.
I would do that together, then do the 270, 271 together, then do 263 by itself because it's a sketch. And I think that's the one if I remember correctly, is actually the more expensive one.
Yeah, I think it is. What little bit I was looking up.
Yeah, that's the more expensive one, especially if it's a 9.8. It's the cheapest one in 90 is 145.
Yeah. And I would much rather, because of what I paid for everything, I think I'd much rather sell it raw and let someone else get that slab money. Mm-hmm. That way I can get it gone and I'm still making a very nice profit.
Yeah, you're making money, then they have a little bit of wiggle room to get it pressed and cleaned and graded if they want and all that stuff. So
now the question is, should I involve 1 and or 9 or just leave them by themselves?
They sell easy by themselves.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I also have that 9.6 number 1, which is worth enough that I'm just going to let it be, even though it will be a pre-screen. And then I managed to get one of my 9s back, and it's a 9.8. So that one would be pretty good to sell.
Yeah, and Spawn is what I love about Spawn. Spawn is awesome. Like, as far as you can find them a lot of, but at shops or whatever, and a lot of people don't collect them. So when you find them at shops, you usually find them great deals, or if you find them online or whatever you find them. And then when you look at, not online, when you find them like on IG or any auctions or something, and then when you look on eBay, you're like, oh, whoa, this sells for a good little,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I had, I don't know if you saw or you remember when I had the Gunslinger Spawns. I had 2 9.8s. I had 2 CGC 9.8s. I got in a builder box, whatever you want to call it, because it's not a mystery box. He basically shows you all the stuff you're getting in a box for a price.
Yeah.
Those 2 slabs were included, plus some other raw books, probably about 6 raw books. I sold the raw books, got probably $200 and something out of the raw books. But the Spawn Gunslinger 9.8s, sell for $750 by themselves on
Yeah,
eBay.
hold on.
Well, actually, more than that. They sell for $1,000, I think. Yeah, I think they actually sell for $1,000. Yeah, yeah. I think they actually sell for $1,000. I might be wrong. I haven't looked them up since I sold them.
Well,
I
hey,
forgot.
another thing I wanted to ask you about before I get out of here is Rob Worst, who I was on earlier, said he knew a guy. So I've sent him pictures, but do you know someone that's collecting Static or Blood Syndicate? Because I found 4 or 5 Static Shock books, and then I found 3 Blood Syndicates in this collection that I bought.
And that's all dealing with that. It was like the African American characters and stuff they made.
Yeah, the milestone books.
I do know a few people.
I know Stay Puff is one.
Stay Puff's one. Mr. Led is one. Roman Curtis is one.
Okay.
I do know some other guys on IG. They're not on YouTube, but they're on IG, and they collect. One specifically, I know for a fact, he collects a lot of African American characters, runs, all that stuff. Yeah. And another guy he does as well.
The reason why I'm asking Rob and I'm asking you is I feel like it would be a little presumptuous and bad taste if I just IG all the black guys that I know. But I don't want a whole lot. I would just want $1. That's all I want, is $1 for them.
What issues are there?
Well, the Blood Syndicate's 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
And Static is 30, 31, 38, 39, 42, and 43.
I mean, let's see.
And I mean, some of them are pretty nice condition. Some of them are not. But I just let them go for $1 a piece. I just want to let them all go at once. I don't want to.
What's the Statics?
Say again.
Because
say again.
The Static books. I mean,
30, 31, 38, 39, 40. 42, not 40, 42, and 43.
If you don't want them, if you can't find anybody, take them. I know I'll take them. Just because I do have my little kind of like black character box. I hate to say it like that. But that's what it is. I got the Black Panther. I got, what else I have over there? I got all kind of stuff over there as far as like black characters. I got Storm. I got Storm stuff when she had her own run. I actually found the Storm miniseries had like half-price books, and I'm only missing one of the issues. I gotta see what issue that is again. I think I'm missing like number 2 or something. I know I had 1, 3, and 4, and 5. So I've been slowly getting, like, every time I find them, I get them and kind of like put them away. The problem is when I put them away, I forget to write it down. So when I see other ones, I'm like, which one am I missing?
Yeah.
And I don't want to, and I don't mess with CLZ app and none of that other stuff because I don't want to. The only reason I don't do it like that because I don't want to get when I see I have to get it. I usually like, all right, like when I see them, I get them or whatever. But
yeah,
I'm normally really good on remembering covers. Very good on remembering covers, but
I am too. That's I also don't like going to some place and having a phone out looking stuff up because I mean to me that's kind of like me saying I'm trying to get something that you don't know about and I'm not going to let you know if I find it.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's going to be a red flag to somebody and they're going to want to look up all the books that I bring to the table because they saw me flipping through something.
Yeah.
So
only time I look up something on the phone, because usually, like I said, I'm really good with remembering stuff. If I can't remember, justice is taken. I mean, I would. I mean, but you know, I don't want to. If somebody's actually really working on that run, but you know, I would take the static, especially the statics. I've been trying to find a number one. Then all of a sudden, the price shot up because of all the TV stuff, and I kind of gave up.
Well, it's easy to find a number one. You go to eBay. It's just you're not finding one that the price you want and condition.
Yeah, and plus I knew what that book was selling for, like not even a year ago. You can say a couple months ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I don't, you know, I'll find it eventually.
I don't. I mean, as you can tell by how the window's affecting my face, I don't really. There's nothing for me there. I mean, other than the fact that Static's a cool character.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never bothered with any of the milestone books.
Tricky tries to. No, if he's selling them for $1 a piece, I'll take them for $1 a piece and pay the shipping. That's what it's gonna boil down to.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like when I have $1 lot out on a table and someone's like, "What's condition?" I go, "Its condition is it's $1."
That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not even gonna. If you notice, I didn't even ask condition. Like if I'm gonna pay $1 a piece, I'm gonna get them, put them in my box over there that's in my closet, and then when I see more statics, I'm gonna like, let me go see if I have that one. If not, I'll get it.
Now, Rob Worst was telling me that static ends at like the high 40s.
I thought it was in the 50s. I might be wrong.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
it might be. I don't know. I thought it was later than that. No, he might be right. Might be. I don't know.
I don't know if he is or not.
I'm what is it in that? I don't even know if it tell you on Key Collector.
Yeah,
it probably does, but I don't. Sometimes I try not to cheat on Key Collector. But
anyway,
if you're trying to get rid of them, I'll take them for $1 a piece. Trigger tracks, I'm not gonna under.
Well, let me give a day or two to see if. Ask me Monday because I'll let Rob see if his source does it, and I'm gonna send some pictures to Stay Puff, see if Sean needs them. But I think he's about done with his collection. I don't think he's.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I thought he finished it. I thought he finished that run. Could be wrong.
Let me just ask him. Hey, Sean, have you finished your static run by chance?
Static ends on 45.
Issue 45. Oh, so that was issue, what'd I say? 43?
43 is
that's near the end of the run.
Yeah, 43. I looked up that one. That was like if it's a near mint book, it's a $15 book.
Yeah. So he's showing online, but he hadn't responded yet. That's okay. I'll go ahead and send him the pictures. So anyway, well, if neither one of these guys comes through by Monday, I'll let you know and tell you. Now, do you want, if you're the one that winds up getting them, do you want the Blood Syndicate 3 issues too?
Yeah, I'll take them too.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take them too. That's the one thing I have been doing. That's one thing I do collect. Besides female characters, I try to get those at the best deal because those are really not my books. Like when people always say, "Oh, I can't do it for that," I'm like, well, it's not really for me. That's a book I'm passing on to my daughter as she gets older.
Yeah. And hey, I'd be willing to also throw in for free The Walking Dead 41 signed by for
people are gonna be like, "Wait,
for those of you that don't know, I bought from him and he threw this in."
Yep, that's what I've been doing. Yeah. That's what I've been doing. I've been trying to, and I think it's a good little tactic. I can't.
It worked on me.
And it wasn't just you. I think another guy. I think it was VK Comics. When I told him, I said, I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna beat you on $415. I said, so I'm gonna give you the first appearance of Carol Danvers, and I'll do this one as the second prize, which I was right. I think you were the second one at around $200 or whatever it was.
Do you know what he's talking about? Who that?
Yes. Yes, he showed me some books of Turtles 1 through 4, I believe.
Ooh.
1 through 4. And number 1, I think, was a third print. Number 2, I'm not sure if it was the first or second print.
This is what I got from Who Dat recently. I bought this Punisher 9.0.
Did you look it over?
Yeah, but like I said, because of what prices are at and everything, I'm just going to sit on it for a while. So
because I don't see anything wrong with it.
And I got this too, 9.4. Only thing I see wrong with this is the front and the back. Those printer grabs, like you were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Which I've seen those get 9.6s. So I'm like, man, they hit it that hard,
Yeah. But anyway.
I've seen 9.8s of the printer grabs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, bindery tears. I've seen 9.8s all day long with those. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything with them at the moment. Plus, I have another 361 at CGC now that I basically paid nothing for. It's just grading costs. So I'll probably say, and it's like a 9.2 probably.
Yeah, I have one at CGC. I believe it's at least a 9.4 or better. I think I had one printer grabbed on mine, so I'm hoping for the or better part. Because Erod pressed that one. Actually, I don't think it might have not had no printer grabs, but it had a little kind of a miswrap. But hopefully it comes back at least a 9.4 better, then I'm good. But that's why I was like, I could sell this one, pay for some of my CGC. I did well on it. The other,
Now let me ask you one last question about what your opinion is before we call it a day, and I'll give me something to eat.
And congrats to brothers too if you're getting it. Congrats,
yeah,
man.
Congrats, man.
That's a big book now. Before it wasn't. Okay.
Sell them raw or maybe grade 1? What do you think? They're going.
I know how you shop, so I'm guessing you got them for a good price. I'm guessing you got them for a good price.
Same price as the Spawn.
Okay. Since it's that foil stuff, I know that's hard to press. It is possible, but they have to do cold press. If you think one has a shot at 9.6, 9.8,
they both do.
I mean, okay. Because I think I saw somebody saying that it was like between 60 to 90, I think.
Yeah, one of the guys here earlier in the chat said 9.6 is like 50, 9.8's around 90, which is high enough to make me think and get a little dangerous, but not quite high enough that it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's high enough to be in a pre-screen.
Yeah, I've already got. I'm not having good luck with these pre-screens, and I have a 41 book pre-screen at CGC right now. So I'm going to hold off on pre-screens for a while, because not only do I have that big pre-screen, but I also have another 3 or 4 different orders there as well that are getting graded. So
then my opinion would be, and it's like, well, this would be my opinion. Especially since they're not a newsstand. If it was a newsstand, it'd be like no brainer, just hold off on it. But since they aren't, and they're still probably 9.6, I would say let's say 9.4 or better, just to be safe side. They're easy sells at $10 a piece. Easy. Like you put on there.
All right.
Claim $10.
I'll probably do that then, because that's another thing of where you're leaving plenty on the bone, because even a non-member at $20 plus shipping is $30 plus the cost $40. They sell it 50, that's still leaving them a little bit of room there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's assuming it's a 9.6. But I think
that's assuming it's a
9.8.
9.6. Yeah, I mean, and if it comes a 9.8, and they can easily sell that probably just to sell it quickly. If you're trying to sell it, to sell for 90, but if you're trying to sell it, you're gonna be like, all right, let me sell for 80 so I can get rid of them. That means you like doubled your money.
Yeah.
And to me, in any business, you want to have a 50% or more margin, like for its profit.
Yeah. Well, I try to get as close to 1,000,000% margin as I can. That means 50%, great. If that means 10%, well, it's not great, but it'll have to do. But the worst thing is to break even. And then I don't even think about doing worse than break even. That's my philosophy when I go and buy something.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do a lot of the brand new hot books and anything, because I don't know. I can't guarantee a break even or better, but I can just about guarantee at least a break even with the kind of stuff like I've been buying from you guys,
Yeah, the only thing I do with hot books, this is how I do the hot books. And I'm not going to do them anyway. I'm not going on eBay and getting them. I'm not going on IG to get them. None of that stuff. I'll go to, whenever I go to the shop, because I don't go as often, as you might think, Big Will. I go maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe.
Once a month, maybe once every 2 months for me.
That's what I said, maybe every 2 weeks, but really I'm trying to go every 3 weeks. Trying to get closer to that month range, because I don't have that many books on my pull list. It doesn't make sense for me to go there for 2 or 3 books, so what I like to do is all right, I'm going to get my pull list. Say I just went to the shop this Wednesday, so I'm not going to go for at least 2 to 3 weeks. All right. Now, if I go to 2 to 3 weeks and all of a sudden a book next week or the week after makes the top 10, goes from a cover price book to 30 to 40, it makes a nice jump. If they have it on the shelf still for cover, I'm going to get it. I'm not going to not get it, but I'm not going to pay somebody $25 to $30 because it got hot. I'll pay cover price for it if they have it at the shop.
Yeah.
So that's as much as I'll do for it.
But I don't really do any hot books. The only hot books that I have are ones that I bought because I read them and then I happened to have them and I'm like, maybe these are hot, or these were on the list. Like my Far Sector #1 and #4.
Hmm.
Both of those are examples. I think I sold my regular Far Sector #1 because it got rejected, even though I'm pretty sure it was a 9.8. But the variant of the #1 and the #4, I have 9.8 here slabs. And the #4 is the origin of her power ring. And then #1 is obviously her first appearance. So apparently that was a smart move on my part because it looks like that's going to be going up here.
What, the #4? Oh, and the #1, yeah.
Well, the #1, I don't know about #4, but #1 at least, yeah.
Yeah. I picked up the #1. My shop had it for $6. And I think covers were like $4. I didn't mind paying $6 for a book that I missed a few weeks later. So,
And as soon as I read Department of Truth, my shop guy, I was like, give me 2 copies because I thought it might be something special. So I bought 2 copies, the variant and the regular. And the variant got a tick on it. So that's the one I read. And the other one is in that pre-screen order because I just had a feeling.
Yeah, because everybody's been talking really good things about it. So the feeling I have for it, just like probably the feeling you have, it's probably going to be like something that's killing the children. People really like that series, really like that run. There's no movie spec, no TV spec on it. People just really like it, and it's gone blown up. I mean, 9/8 for the #1 at $300 something. So it'd probably be the same thing for as the Department of Truth. And I missed out on it because I went to my LCS, they didn't have it. I wasn't going to eBay, going to pay whatever it was. So I was like, you know what, I'll get a second or third print, whatever, just to read it. Yeah, that's my deal on that one. I missed out. I said, hey, you guys,
Glad we could help, Dave.
Yep. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I'll show something my wife did for Erod.
Oh, okay.
She did the stickers he requested. So.
Oh yeah, his New York Warrior symbol thing with Wolverine.
Yeah, so she just completed that for him, and then she has to do some for Mr. Splash Page Comics, Mr. White Gloves, because he wanted some as well. But he wanted, I think, a little bit bigger copies. He wanted like 2 inches, but
I'm glad she's getting something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a good little. She's been doing stuff with that Glow Forge. Also, I think it's called the Cricket, the thing that do the stickers.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. I mean, you'd be surprised how many people you buy those things and you spend a crazy amount of money for other people. When if you know somebody who's doing it as a business, you save so much money.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked up stickers on one of those big sticker sites, like $100 and something for like a, whatever number of stickers.
Yep. Well, I know there's a guy, I don't know if you know who Simon Whistler is, but he's a YouTuber that does a lot of informational shows, and I really like him. And apparently on his merch store, I've never even been on the site, but apparently he says that in the deal he did, he got stickers, but he always tells you don't buy the stickers because the stickers are, I think, like $9.
Wow.
For one sticker. But anyway, Dave, glad we could help, but we're going to have to disappoint you now because you're getting hungry. And
he's getting hungry, and I have to use the restroom.
Well, all right. Hey, one of us got to pee, and then one of us got to put in the stuff that makes it. So we'll see you guys later.